in a special victim unit in St. Thomas the other day, according to what I was reading in the news, for the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, man. You know, guys, you come from a woman. You couldn't be here if it wasn't for a woman. So when you have a woman, respect her. Yeah, they don't make it tough. Yeah, they don't make it hard sometimes. But before you make a wrong move, think about what you're doing. If you don't understand, find counseling. I mean, that's the best I could say because, I mean, listening to it, you know, a lot of young brothers getting themselves in problem, you know, and that's a stain on your record. You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard. It's hard. So, listen, not only the young brothers and the women them too. Cause I got some of them arrested for beating the man, and I was like, yeah, that can't be me, you know. But yeah, you know, if y'all can't make it, just say what I gotta say and walk away. You know what I mean? Move on. You know, terminate it. Do whatever you gotta do. Cause there's no relationship that needs to be like that. If you're not happy in it, you'll be happier out of it. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
You know, you don't make sense staying in something that you're unhappy. Just like the women suffer in silence, the men suffer in silence. That makes no sense. Because guess what? Guess who ain't suffering in silence? Me. If you're making me unhappy, I gonna leave you know, and I gonna pack my bags and tell you, see you.
Okay. All
Matter done. Anyway, on a more serious note, this is Developmental Disability Awareness Month. You know, um, if you or your loved one have a disability, you have a young child with a disability, or you have a disability yourself, or you have someone with a disability, whether it's a physical disability, a visual disability, you know, a mental disability, you know, artistic, whatever it is.
Talking disability too.
No, duct tape is for you.
You ain't fair.
You know, you got talking disability. I got some duct tape there, but you know, you can contact the Virgins Association for Independent Living at 778-7992. Okay, the ladies there will take care of you, give you the guidelines that you may need to find the goods and services you may need to assist you with your disability. Don't think you're there alone. Don't think you're here on an island and you have a disability, whether you're blind, whether you're physically impaired, you're mentally, whatever it is. Call those ladies over there at Independent Living. They will direct you to where you need to go, whether it be to vocational rehab, whether it be to island therapy, wherever you need to go. They have the contacts there to assist you. So once again, that number in St. Croix is 340-778-7992. I don't have the St. Croix number to the top. The St. Thomas number to the top of my head. But once you call them, you will get the number for St. Thomas if you need it on St. Thomas, because there is an independent living center on St. Thomas as well. So check them out. You know, they also have a group that meets there every first and third Wednesday called the MASH group. And when you say MASH, you want to know what MASH is? Mutual Aid Self-Help. So it's a group of people with various disabilities. Some people have wheelchairs, some people use walkers. There's some of them that's blind, some of them that may have some, mental, various disabilities. A group that comes together and help one another, you know, like a peer support. You could call them and see if you want to become part of that group. Give them a call. 778-7992. Of course, that is the number to call. And we're in the Virgin Islands, so the area code is 340. And I'd like to announce that yes, our phone lines here is open. They never close. So the numbers here to call is 340-773-0390 or 340-773-0490. Call any one of them. Give us your thoughts on what's going on. And, we can have a dialogue. And I want to remind the public that BIU said, when you said BIU said, you want to know what that means. Virgin Islands University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities. They're a unit that's under UVI. Yes, UVI does great things here in the Virgin Islands. So UVI, VIU said is under UVI, and they offer a program for persons who are deafblind called the I Can Connect program. That program will give you a free iPhone, iPad, or computer to facilitate distance communication between you and your loved ones. The number to call for that one is 340-773, 340-692-4267. Boy, I got so much numbers in my head coming.
WSTX on the brain.
Yay. Hey, you know what it is.
Calling here. Anyhow, let me talk about a couple of things here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Coming up this weekend, Saturday. Folks,
Okay.
Freedomsfeld Moravian Church.
Handbell choir?
No. Down there by Mom Bijou on Glen Road. Okay. Well, anyhow, they having an old-time food sale and fun day. And they also have a tour of the facilities while you're there. Okay. But I talking about the food sale first. Okay. Because folks, they got all the local favorites. And the way this works, you need to call in your order ahead of time. Right? Or if you know somebody in the church, give them your order, give them the money one time too. Make it take care of everything one time. I got this lady, I afraid to call her name. I'm afraid to call her name, but every time they got food sales, she said, okay, boom, tell me what you want, give me the money, and show up. And they walk just like that. But anyhow, we're going to give you the number in a minute. First, I'm going to tell you what all they got, or most of what they got, because they have some sweet thing there too that I don't have on this list right now, but let me say for those of you who have a sweet tooth and looking tired and think, they're going to have them thing there too. Anyhow, roast pork, roast goat, pigtail sauce and potato salad, crab and rice, whelks and rice, saltfish rice, fry and stewed pat fish, callaloo, both the pork and the seafood. I should say both the other white meat and seafood. Red pea soup. That sounds good to me. And conking butter sauce. All right? Folks, they got something for everybody. All right? I ate a red pea soup and, yep. And of course, the roast goat. We might have to check them out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay?
But I ain't hear you call goat water.
No, they ain't got no goat water. But the key thing is they got goat. The goat, they in the pen. Okay? Anyhow, if you're interested in this food sale, the best thing you could do is to call an order. If you just show up, maybe, just maybe, they'll have something there that somebody ain't got accounted for already that you could get some. The best way to move is to call ahead. So here are the numbers: 340-778-2524. Counting backwards: 2524. Easy to remember: 778-2524. And they have a second number: 340-277-6491. That's 340-277-6491. Folks, we're talking about the Friedensfeld Moravian Church in the state Montbijou on the Glen Road, and they're having an old-time food sale and fun day. All right? Now, we're talking about fun day. When last you jump rope? You know how to play jacks? I mean, you know how to pretend to play domino? That's what I do. Sing around, say, and get lucky sometime.
Well, I could play that, but me can't see no more. So. I ain't even trying that.
No. Okay. They're going to have bingo, they're going to get sack race, and a whole lot more because it's a family fun affair, folks. Friedensfeld Moravian Church doing it for the whole family. Also, they're going to have a tour of the facilities. You know, they have a historic site there, and they're working toward getting that site refurbished and everything. So I'm just telling you those things so that you know. So Friedensfeld Moravian Church got an old-time food sale coming up this weekend. All right?
Well, the rose gold sound like a plan.
It's sung like a plan for truth. Okay? All right. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is they got a breast and prostate cancer conference in April. Yeah, that's a month away, but still. Okay? April 24th and 25th. And it's going to be at UVI in the Great Hall. Now, breast and prostate cancer are serious concerns in any community, but especially so in our community, because forewarned is forearmed. Knowledge can be the power to survive and thrive. And this is being held by the Yvonne Ashley Gallagher Breast Cancer Foundation. It's a free community event, folks. Right? So, join them for 2 powerful days of learning, connection, and empowerment. Men, show up in numbers. Let's make this a challenge. Show up in numbers, men. All right? It's so funny. I see Darby yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I was talking with my classmate for a moment there, also former Governor Mapp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And anyhow, we were going over some of Darby's songs.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know, there's all these songs with these different irony in it. Viagra is a man's best friend, or the song named Man Best Friend.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I saw a story about how that phrase came about, man best friend.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tragic story because somebody killed somebody's dog. Okay? And they went and killed them. They went and gave them a reputation. You killed man best friend. Anyhow, so it's always interesting. But of course, you know, Darby made a song about prostate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bend down and don't shake. Got all them men out there frightened. Well, man, I'm here to tell you that, you know, Darby does exaggerate about bending over and shake anyhow, or don't shake, whichever. But anyhow, Derby does exaggerate. We do know that there is a digital exam that can be done with regards to the prostate. But more important than the digital exam, okay, there are ways that you can know what is going on with you. It's called what, Jared?
PSA.
PSA test, okay, not public service announcement. This one is a private service announcement, a PSA test, all right? And the PSA test is a blood test. Yeah, okay. See, now they're going to come again. Well, you're going from one thing to no needle, life red needle. Well, my son, if you have to deal with prostate cancer, you're going to deal with needle can't done. So don't
They're going to deal with more than needle.
more than needle. So, avoid the pain up front, okay? Because the reality is that the PSA test has a scale. And from 0 to 4 is the zone you want to be in. But 4 is like saying, hey, I'm getting close to the borderline. So if you do this test, and you get a 5, a 6, heaven forbid a 14 or 15, okay? But a 5 or a 6 telling you you're going in the wrong direction, which means you need to get examined, okay? That's the reality of it. But it could save your life and save you a lot of discomfort. And unfortunately, we have too many instances where we have lost loved ones here in the Virgin Islands for prostate cancer just because they refuse to have a blood test, to know that they have something to deal with. All right? So when I see the Yvonne Ashley Gallagher Breast Cancer Foundation coming at the breast and prostate cancer, I say, good thing. Good thing. Women, you hardly don't listen, grab it by your ear and twist your ear and make it go. Okay? Furthermore, when he come sweetening you up and everything, just say no. No. There we go, Dr. Foss. No.
See, I just talk about domestic violence. Okay, don't want to start domestic violence now in the people's house.
Withholding affection until you act responsibly is not domestic violence. Okay? All right.
Tell that to them.
Oh, Lordy B.
You know what you telling them to do?
Hey, anyhow.
That,
On the serious side,
you
Gerard.
starting war.
No, we starting no war. I promoting peace. You want peace? Okay, comply. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay? It's just like, anyhow. Breast Cancer and Prostate Cancer Conference, Friday, April 24th and Saturday, April 25th. Serious business, folks. UVI Great Hall. Plan to attend. All right? Now,
What time?
coming back to this month.
What time?
The time, okay. What is this?
You give me the day, but you ain't give me the time.
It's kind of like a all-day affair, but they didn't put I don't see the time on here. But anyhow, you could register. They have a conference line here, and they have the YAG Foundation .org. Yeah, but this is an oversight here. But anyhow, you can find out all that information. You could dial the conference line, 939-240-1257. This conference line thing is, but I just said all of that and somebody saying, wait now, I ain't got pen and paper to write it down. Okay, I'm coming again. Okay? I ain't wheeling, but I'm coming again. All right. 939-240-1257. And you can go to the website YAG, Y-A-G, foundation.org. All right. Okay. So anyhow, I'm gonna follow up with the Ag Foundation and find out the exact program so we could know what the program is going to be like. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, jumping back into we got time. That's in April. Jumping back into this month.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a nurse that's special to you? I know one thing for sure. When you get in a hospital, every nurse is special. Because when that pain hit and you need care or whatever, nurse! Got the doctor making his rounds, pressing the button, is the nurse are coming. Okay? Well, Virgin Islands is a very storied place when it comes to nurse midwife, everything else, so forth and so on. So we have those nurses that have made their contribution in the community, in their profession, and since retired. But hey, I got one in my family, and she is still my nurse. Okay, in fact, she has been so instrumental in my discipline, my medical discipline, and making sure that I know which way to turn anytime I have a concern. That I just have to count my blessings. That's all I could do. If you don't have a nurse like that in life, get one. Okay, get adopted. For sure. But we have the retired nurses of St. Croix, Retired Nurses Association.
Mm-hmm.
And they are having a fashion show on the 29th of March at 3 p.m. It's entitled Closet Runway. All right? Now, this is going to be at the Queen Mary and Paradise Flea Market on the 29th. Right. So,
That's a Sunday.
yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you the heads up from now. On the 26th, a week from now, when we come in here, Creator willing, okay, I going to have a couple of tickets, because the tickets are $10 to go in. I going to have a couple of tickets, and I going to ask some questions, and it means that you could win 2 tickets to go to the fashion show and check out the Closet Runway. Okay? Okay. And they say closet, Gerard. They ain't say bedroom. Okay? But still, it's someplace that everybody should know. Well, okay, fine. This is going to be interesting. Oh, what the song say? All I want, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And whip out, right?
In the closet.
Okay, dog. Stop leading these people astray because
Yeah.
double entendre here. All these people mind on gone
you
places
see-
you ain't never been in your life, dog.
No, I see why I so, right?
Innocent dog. You know.
I see why I am how I am.
I am innocent.
Because of Big Brother Dog. You see how you got me?
Okay, folks. Retired Nurses Fashion Show coming up on the 29th of March. And the theme is Closet Runway. Yes. So come to the Queen Mary and Paradise Flea Market, and all you want, you're going to get it at the Closet Runway. All right. Anyhow, when you see me running down the road with licks coming behind me, you know what happened, right? Anyhow,
Oh, I can't see nothing.
you
so.
can't say nothing.
No.
You don't say everything, brother.
No,
So
sir.
don't even try that one.
No, sir. I'll continue walking. And say, hey, dog, what going on?
Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. Anyhow, this weekend also we have a play coming up at the Caribbean Caribbean
What happened?
Community Theater.
You thinking about that frying pan, eh?
No. It's just one of those things. Literally, you're telling the tongue what to do, and it's saying like, who you think you'll be?
I thought when you say licks, when you say running on the road with licks, you're thinking about that frying pan behind
No,
your head.
no, 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 no. No, no. Caribbean Community Theater. Okay. And the name kind of says it all. The play that went wrong.
Oi, oi,
Gerard,
oi.
you make a play and it went wrong?
No.
Okay. All right. So anyhow, it's sung in good. It's sung in good. And from what I read up on it, um, it seems to me like it's gonna be fun. So, I just check out these things, folks, right? I just check out these things and I don't come back and tell you that if you want some good entertainment, check out these plays at Caribbean Community Theater. And I just give advice about going to these plays. Yes. Not based on experience now, but I just give advice. Okay? Not like, the person you call up to get healing instructions and all this stuff. But I don't give advice. Okay?
You do?
Yeah, I ain't brother this and sister that or whatever. I don't just give advice on this. Okay? First of all, if you're going to the play, before you get there, keep it to your convenience and ban your belly. Okay? Ban your belly because you're going to laugh so hard and so much that you can be preemptive and ban your belly to be able to make it through. Okay? The other thing of advice I want to tell you, especially these guys, these macho ones, okay? Work with a little bit of Kleenex or tissue or something. Stick it in your top pocket or something. Could pretend like you're going to sneeze and put it up to your face. So when it reach these sad spots that somehow or the other have your item start to burn you or something, something flying your eye or something, okay? That you're prepared. Because these heroes sometimes when they do these plays, it'll take you on a real roller coaster. Lordy be you're coming up and it waiting, and you got your hands up in the air in anticipation, and then when it gone down, oh Lord, your face changed and everything else you can't believe. No man, save me from this. Okay? Well, their plays could be like that. Dramatic. But then again, tis a play. Oh Lordy be. You're telling me I don't have too much fun at Caribbean Community Theater plays? Okay? The play that goes wrong, folks, they're going to have 6 shows starting March 20th through the 29th. Now, that's a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. Friday and Saturday, the show starts at 8. Sunday, the show starts at 4. Okay? So that means you got 2 weekends, this weekend and the following weekend. Mark your calendar. Do what you got to do to make sure you can have this very, very unique form of entertainment. All right? Now, and I say this, they had a play, or actually a musical called Sister Act. And of course, there was a movie or two called Sister Act. And there are people who say, oh, I don't see the thing on TV, me going to whatever. Okay? And one of them has said, try a thing, man, try a thing. Well, after all they're telling me, my son, I so glad. That was so different and so much fun and, wow, you never believe. But anyhow, don't, don't take it from me or take it from me. Whichever you want to go, it'll be fun. Okay? Caribbean Community Theater, the play that goes wrong. Okay? Now, it is a comedy by Henry Lewis, Jonathan Sayer, and Henry Shields. Come on out and check it out. Now, you can find out more about that by going online and just doing a search if you don't know where to go. Caribbean Community Theater. And it'll come up. They have a website. They have a Facebook page. Either which way, information is there, folks. Check it out. All right. Good thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, I jumping back to April again, because folks, we have the literary festival and book fair coming up. I telling you, and I am looking forward to it. It's always very interesting. One of the things they're gonna have are some discussion panels and about AI, and I think that's gonna be very interesting because AI is going to impact everyone, and not necessarily in a way that the media is telling you right now, but it's gonna have an impact. For me, AI is like what computers did, what automation did, but it's taking it to another level. They're making it sound like somehow or the other AI can replace human beings, but that's taking it too far. It can take a job that used to be human being intensive and make it such that all a human being gonna do is double check. That's just the reality of that. But one of the areas in particular, let's say in healthcare, research, you have medical trials and you do these different things to find out information and you, you, you get the data from these tests and research and everything else. Well, it used to be that collating that data and being able to extrapolate information from the data was sped up by computers, but now with AI, it's going to become much more effective. The key is you need human beings to do medical trials, to do the research. AI cannot do that. No. Sad to say, a lot of funding for research has been canceled in this current administration in the United States, and that makes absolutely no sense because AI can't do research. It can't do clinical trials. It can't do those type of things. AI can't do paleontology. It could take the data and process it much faster at best. But anyhow, so the literary festival and book fair is coming up in April 9th through the 12th, and we're gonna have someone calling in here, if not joining us, calling in to talk a little bit about what to expect at the literary festival and book fair. Yeah, I'm going to be there. They got a lot of interesting things going on. Now, one of the things that you may have heard me talk about is the Saturday morning uh, breakfast social, the T Bush breakfast social. You know, you have to register, and all the good food at that tea bush tea breakfast social cost something to put together, but it worth it. And worth it at least 3 or 4 times over. The selection of stuff that they have, I ain't gonna even talk about it in detail because I come here and I had breakfast. I'm not gonna torture myself like that this morning. But folks, you name it, whether it's dumb bread, deviled eggs, um, various patties, quiche. Of course, they all have the bush tea and the coffee, and they have tarts and other stuff. It's like, hey, you want to see a day that for sure it's gonna be standing room only. Make sure you go to Eventbrite, find out at the website about the Eventbrite sign up and get signed up and make sure that you're there early so you could get yours. The bush tea social starts from like minutes to 8, 7:40, something like that. So once that line open up, hey. But it's more to it than the food. Their presentations, there are going to be round tables, things on subjects that will be of interest to you. I can guarantee you that. There'll be book signings. Undercover Books right across the street is one of the organizations involved with, and they're usually there and have books either available there and or available to Undercover Books from the various authors. But one of the things that I really like about this thing is that it starts on Thursday. You've got authors who come in to participate here, travel here, and the first thing they do in Thursday is they're going to the schools, going to the schools, talking and hopefully inspiring our children in hopefully all things literature or literary oriented. So now, it's going to be fun. The other thing, the well, that's plenty in and of itself. And I have to say that year before last, they had a group of young people there who were writing books. School children writing books. But you know what? They're doing it their style. They got apps and other electronic things that they use to write their books. Hey, but the fact of the matter is, put the children first, expose them, give them the opportunity and the skills, and they will rise to the occasion. Okay? Anyhow, so much for that. It's about 10 minutes before the hour of 9, and we know that 9 o'clock ought to happen, right?
What happened?
Hey, the engineer will come in.
She do?
Yeah, she'll come in and she don't be bringing the marshals then. That's an hour later.
You know me, no. I hear his footsteps. I don't know who will be coming and going wrong.
No, you don't do more than that.
I did.
Folks, you know, it's one thing to be invisible, but I don't care if you could be invisible man or invisible woman. Gerard gonna know you're there. I don't care how quiet you could step, he gonna know you're there. Okay? And we just know how the senses does compensate. So how you gonna know they're there, Gerard? You ain't wanna give up your secret? Folks, he gonna smell you. He gonna smell you. And if you have a distinctive perfume, you know, a perfume could be distinctive, but it does interact with the skin. So even so, distinctive. Okay? So between voice, sometimes how you walk, and that aroma that you carry with you. Okay? So I know I gotta hit the shower every time I come here because he gonna talk about me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lord,
You know,
you
so
dangerous, you know, you dangerous.
so funny you said that, right?
Uh-huh.
Yesterday, one of yesterday was the MASH group meeting,
Mm-hmm.
which was the third Wednesday. So we had a laugh about that. The guy from St. Thomas came over. He brought a smart cane. Their version of what they thought was a smart cane. Boy, I was laughing at that cane, boy. But anyway, one of the girls said, she said, Gerard, when I first come here, I thought you were punking me, I said, what you mean? She said, I didn't believe you couldn't see. I said, what you mean? She said, because you don't move so smooth. And I said, well,
How are you supposed to?
yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh.
But in a way, I kind of understand what she's saying. Because in minding the way how other VIPs move around, they'll be swinging a cane while like they're chopping bush.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, you don't have to do that. Just gracefully swing the cane. It just a light swipe to the left, a light swipe to the right. You ain't gotta be whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. No, just swipe easy. When you touch something, okay, you got obstacle there, and you shift your body according. Just like I was turning up on how walk, I was there, so I was like, I tap it, I'm like, whatever. She said, well, that's my walker. I said, oh, okay. So then I adjust myself so I don't run into it.
Mm-hmm.
But she said, when I first met you, I thought you were lying to me. I was like, what?
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, well, folks, we're on Facebook and we're also on YouTube. So at Douglas Canton on YouTube, WSTX on Facebook. So definitely you could check us out there. Okay.
Yeah,
In the process, of course, you could check us out on the streaming app or at the website. WSTX has a website. You can check it out there. Of course, you could do the old-fashioned radio thing, but it's not as clean as when it come over the internet. Every little thing in between, mosquito noise and everything, will have to get in there when you're there over the air.
yeah, and if you're close enough, you might even hear a Spanish radio station cut in. So if you're far enough away, so you don't want got that. So
Right. I remember them days for real. You know, some of them station was like really close in terms of. Well, I shouldn't say close. By law, you're
powerful.
supposed to stick onto your frequency, but
Mm.
sometimes they come in broad, so you have the
Well,
overlap.
you know what causes that? It's the amount of power that they
The
use.
power to. Okay.
Yeah, the amount of power that they use. Because sometimes some of them using over 5,000 watts of power, and they pushing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they ain't even got it like halfway or quarter way. You know, they pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like the one for Mr. P. I think he's like 10,000 watts if he at full power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's about 5 minutes before the hour, and I just want to mention something here. Um, you know, this weekend I went to a retirement luncheon. I went to a retirement luncheon for Judge Wilma A. Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. 4 times nominated and appointed to a president of the United States from in different capacities. The most latest that we're most familiar with is as district court judge, and
Yeah, Biden.
she has lived a life of service.
Yeah, Biden did that, right?
Hmm?
Biden did that, right?
No, not Biden.
Who was?
Um, I won't tell you in a minute. It's slipping me right now.
I know.
I
Yeah.
don't know which one to do it. Not
Yeah.
Biden. No. But anyhow, the bottom line is, I didn't bring it up so much to talk about all of her credentials, as
Mhm.
much so as somebody else on another station that said pound for pound.
Mm-hmm.
We got the brains and the talent to do it all. Okay. Never underestimate the the capabilities and talent that can come out of these here Virgin Islands. Never ever step back from the race because somehow you believe that it's for somebody else to win. Okay? And I say that I remember in my mentorship to various students, there was a class where a teacher had a specific bias
Mm-hmm.
in favor of some students. And I had to pull this person over because I said, the top grade don't belong to that person just because the teacher like them. You shouldn't give off vibes that discourage children. You should expose them as much as possible to various aspects of professional life and never ever underestimate the power of a child to rise. You look at the the old time, I call it old time now thing about go to college, get a degree, and so forth. So the fact of the matter is, college ain't everything. You got technical school, you got trades that people get involved in and then get into the business side of it, and next thing you know, they own a multi-million-dollar corporation. We have to open our minds and make sure that we're not closing avenues for our children. All right. But I just want to mention that Judge Wilma A. Lewis, yeah, she's going to be out there now in a different capacity, retired and enjoying life. But I could tell you what, always involved in the community in some way. Now, Jared, you remember the particular way in which she's involved in the community that you got an opportunity to experience her expertise?
No.
No? Remember when somebody asked you what you're doing and was surprised when you tell them you were texting?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you?
I was at the handbell choir.
Ah, and she is the maestra de la handbells.
Oh, the lady that was doing the...
Yes.
That was her?
That is her.
That's her?
Is her.
Oh, Jesus.
So as you see, she's very active in church and very active with handbells and stuff
What the
like
hell?
that. Okay, we got that's this line still here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't worry. Should I take it?
Okay.
Let me try that thing. Good morning, WSTX.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Sarah Monifa calling in.
All right. Yes, we're going to the top of the hour here, and then we'll come right back to you. You want to hold on?
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, good thing.
Okay, it's the 9 o'clock hour. So, as usual, we're going to take a break. So, we got to keep the mics on, the lights on. We got to let you know why we're here, who make it possible for us to be here. So, we'll be back after these messages.
Stand up for the law. Stand up for decency. Stand up for compassion. Stand up for respect. Stand up for your community. Stand up for your future. Stand up for the Virgin Islands. WSTX FM 100, the soul of the Caribbean.
Come to Tire Kingdom, come to Tire Kingdom. When you need tires for your car, come to Tire Kingdom. For your SUV or your trailer, come to Tire Kingdom. We have every brand in every size. Come to Tire Kingdom. Lowest prices in the Virgin Isles. Come to Tire Kingdom. At Tire Kingdom, we have the largest selection. Number one on the island, that is Tire Kingdom. We have custom rims in every style. Outer Tire Kingdom. The best service that will make you smile. Outer Tire Kingdom. Any tire you need, we've got them all. Outer Tire Kingdom. Right at the entrance of Tutu Mall. That is Tire Kingdom. At Tire Kingdom, we're number one. Best prices and largest selection. Call 776-3400. We will be glad to help you. So shop at Tire Kingdom. The best prices. At Tire Kingdom. Largest selection. At Tire Kingdom. We are number one. At Tire Kingdom. Come ride with the winner.
Whether you're looking for a locally owned restaurant with good vibes and good people, a place to grab a meal to eat at your desk, a domino game, or dinner for the family, Chicken Shack is the place to go. Lorraine Chicken Shack is open 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Wednesday and 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Thursday through Saturday.
Chicken, chicken. Lorraine Chicken Shack. Your chicken tasty and it's a fact.
Hughes Photo in the Sunny Isle Shopping Center has been a household name on St. Croix for over 25 years and is still standing firm in meeting the needs of the community. Passport and immigration photos, restoration, business cards, plus Hughes Photo can handle all your prints from your digital cameras, phones, CDs, USB drives, and portraits. Hughes Photo, locally owned, takes pride in our work, and if you want it done right, see the experts at Hughes Photo in Sunny Isle Shopping Center. Call us at 340-778-6827 or visit us at www.hughesphotoonline.com.
AM 970, WSTX, Christiansted, Frederickstead, and the Virgin Islands.
St. Croix, guess what? Morgan's Grocery is back. That's right, Morgan's has made its grand return and it's better than ever. The grand reopening with low prices, clean and good layout at the Barron Spot Shopping Center. For over 20 years, Morgan's has been your local go-to spot, and now we're back with all your favorite local goods, plus more. We have the items that you can't find in the large stores, and get more for your dollar at Morgan's Grocery, Barron Spot Shopping Center. Stock up on your vitamins, supplements, and all the island essentials, including pig feet, pig snout, saltfish, herring, bananas, avocados, and so many more specials. Yes, Morgan's Grocery is back. See you there. Professional service with pleasant personalities and good prices is what you get at Morgan's Grocery at the Barron Spot Shopping Center in St. Croix.
News Talk for the Virgin Islands, AM 970 WSTX.
We are back. We are back. We might think we got somebody on the line there, Dougie.
Yeah. Remember I was talking about the literary festival?
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Yes, we have one and only Dara Manifa on the line. Yeah, Dara, you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. It's getting a little bit of break up there.
A little choppy.
A little chop there in the line.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how you feeling today?
I'm good. Are you hearing me clearly?
Okay.
No, I think you need to change location or something.
Breaking up.
You know, cell phone?
Let me see. Yes, I am. Let's do about that. Does this make a difference?
A slight difference.
Slight difference, but it's not clear.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know if I need to repeat. I'm doing okay.
No, we can't understand.
That's not going to work. It's not going to work the way it is now.
No. Look at the bars on your phone. How much bars do you have?
3.
Okay, now that's a technology issue.
Yeah.
Want me to try to come back in?
Yeah, you
come back in.
probably need to restart your phone and then call us back.
Okay, no problem.
All right, good thing. All right, take care.
Yeah, that's choppy business, boy.
Yeah. Well,
Welcome to VI Technology.
well, I don't know how the PSC works in terms of these things, but
You want me to tell you how?
but
You don't.
Okay. So PSC and WAPA trying to upstage each other. Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Anyhow, folks, when you look up on the mountain and you see these big antennas, you see various things connected to those antennas, and those things are transmitters, receivers, whatever the case may be. Well, they don't pay rent to be there. Anyhow, we got our call coming. Good morning, WSTX. Hello.
Well, they're probably in a terrible spot.
Okay. So as I was saying, those devices you see on there are transmitters, receivers for cell phone service, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And they pay rent for it to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
So look at it this way. The less towers you have to be on, the less rent you have to pay. The more money you have to put in your pocket. The problem is that you have to be on these different towers to be able to give decent service. Now, I'm in here in Christiansted and I got a hill. When I am at the top of the hill, I get great service. As soon as I'm going down the side, the antenna they're up by Golden Rock area, service gone bush.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, this is why we have Wi-Fi calling, because these... Okay, we got a call coming back in. We'll talk about that when we come back.
I'm calling back in to get on with
Okay, got you here, loud and clear.
Okay, how is this? Is this a better situation?
A lot better.
Much better.
I don't know why, but okay, let's roll with it.
All
Good
right.
morning. Let's start again.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, morning. I'm doing well. That's what you'd asked last before all of the wonderfulness. And I'm calling in because we know we have the Literary Festival and Book Fair, or the Lit Fest, coming up April 9th through 12th. And I don't remember how many of these I've been to, but I appreciate coming to each of them every year. So just helping out Auntie Alcest with letting people know about it, and thank you for the time on your show to be able to do this. This is the 12th anniversary of the Lit Fest. I don't think I've been there from the beginning. But the USCI Literary Festival and Book Fair, most of the main events are on the UBI Albert A. Sheen campus, and there are also some off-campus events. And so as we do these more and more, we'll share more information about what happens more in detail, but just want to give an overview for today. So the Lit Fest centers on Caribbean literature as a vital force of representation. It features a range of activities, including different visits from various authors that come to the territory for the Lit Fest, and there are panel discussions, there are workshops, and there are different cultural events. The program this year is honoring, it's a memoriam tribute to Elisa McKay and Peter Roca for their support. And in general, the program honors past supporters and showcases the richness of our Caribbean storytelling through diverse voices and different types of medium. This year's theme is Caribbean literature, a force of representation. And on this Thursday, usually there are children activities first at various schools or out in the community. So on Thursday, authors is going to visit various schools on St. Croix to engage with students and foster literary appreciation and connection. So that includes school cavalcade, where they're going to visit St. Croix Educational Complex, Central High School, Woodson Junior High, Juanita Gardine, and Alfreda Andrews. So students and staff there will also be able to take part and learn from some of the various literary things that are going to be shared. That same evening, that's the Thursday evening, an opening reception is going to be held at Government House. And usually that's featuring literary analysis, presentations, and musical performances. So we're talking about the USVI Lit Fest, the Literary Festival, and this is for the 2026 program. And the dates again are April 9th through 12th. And so we're talking about now the Friday of that week, where the UVI Festival kicks off with literary panels and workshops. There are going to be discussions. The focus is on literature and identity. So Caribbean self-determination, the impact of artificial intelligence on creative writing. That one should be really important, really interesting. I'll be an interlocutor for that. So we'll share more about that on another call, what people can look forward to with that, because everybody's using AI nowadays, right? But there's some things to consider. And then there'll also be on that Friday workshops on storytelling, craft, and editing. The Friday evening is the Book Bacchanal social gathering, which will have live music, open mic poetry, author readings, and refreshments at the Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts in Frederiksted. So, of course, there's going to be music, food, refreshments will also be on sale. The Saturday, this is usually where, as people are coming in and getting their bush tea, it's called the Bush Tea Breakfast Social. There's going to be some open mic as well, and people in the audience. So it's not necessarily a planned lined up, but we encourage those in the audience to come up and share different things, and there's just different types of engagement. So I'll be helping out with that as well. There'll be an opening conversation with Edward Stanticott, panels on healing and heritage, intellectual, I think I'll be reading something, and a Virgin Islands Writers Roundtable showcasing local talent. There's also going to be children's literature workshops and sessions held by notable children's authors focused on diversity in visual narratives, family storytelling, and interactive reading experiences. There's also going to be a film screening produced by Katie May Sitaram entitled Gods of the Universe, Rise of the Star Child. So as you see, we've already gone through a variety of different genres. The people who are interested in all of these various humanity and arts want to come and participate in. Author appearances and ekphrastic poetry, and this every year we learn more and more about this word. Kane Roots Art Gallery hosts this poetry event, and it has opportunities for attendees to meet the authors, participate in different poetry competitions, responding to visual art. So someone will have some visual art there, and then it will be responsive poetry related to the art. And then the Sunday, the festival concludes with the Children's Literature Festival, and that's at the St. Croix Museum of St. Croix on their WIM campus, and an online writers session where the writers Rugudu people are sharing excerpts of their work. So it's a whole few days of literary, arts, theatrical, music, culture, and there's more information, but again, we'll share a little bit more as we go on. Next week we'll have some more details for you. And people can still register at usdilitfest.com. So there's USVI lit for, well, lit can mean many things nowadays, but literature, so litfest.com. And again, the dates for that are April 9th through 12th and happening on St. Croix. Now on St. Thomas, the Overly Ken campus here at the university will also have some rooms up at Business 101 Chase Auditorium where those on St. Thomas can come in and attend and just look at things that are happening on St. Croix through the video conferencing. So we're still getting some things together, but that's just a general flow of what people can look forward to for the Lit Fest this year. And again, it's the 12th annual. And definitely want to mention again, it's in memoriam Elisa McKay and Peter Roca. So the theme is Caribbean Literature, a Force of Representation, and this is the 12th annual USVA Literary Festival and Book Fair, or as we always call it, the Lit Fest. So just giving you that quick overview for right now, but we'll break down some more details on the next time we're talking.
All right. Well, I know it's gonna be interesting. It's always interesting. It's always fun.
Especially in times like now, lots of reflections, I'm sure, on socio-political things going on, not only in our region, but in the world. Gives us an opportunity to creatively express ourselves, process together individually, all that's going on, because sometimes we don't have opportunities to really intellectually or creatively process what's going on in our world.
Right. And I just want to say for the audience, it's a very, very interesting, sometimes conflicting experience, because sometimes they have these good workshops and you want to go to two of them and they're on at the same time, Right. But what we're trying to do is document these things also in the process so that hopefully we can bring them back to the public who were not able to attend and get an idea of what's going on. This thing called ekphrastic poetry.
Yes.
Okay? and I say that because something about that name, it makes me say, well, what is it? Saying a poem while taking castor oil or something? And it's like,
oh my goodness.
and it's the furthest thing from that, folks. It's a fun thing. It's just a different name. Basically, we're doing what Calypsonians do when they do extempo. You look at a picture, and however that picture, if the one that you pick to, strikes you, then you grab a piece of paper and a pen and do a poem.
That's it.
And share it with everybody. Boom.
Exactly. So it's a prompt. You get a visual prompt. That's basically what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, lots of interesting themes and things come out from that. So it's always really, really interesting to see what people come up with.
Yeah.
You don't have to write the poetry if you don't want to. Sometimes people shy away from coming to things that they think they're going to be forced to do things. But it's really interesting to be in the room
there. Yes, to observe.
People are doing it.
Yes. And by the way, they will have prizes, and they and some of those prizes will be MONEY. Yes, for those who want to get involved. Yeah, but it's not about competition as much as it is appreciation for the participation.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Good thing.
Exactly.
Well,
So I look forward to it. You got to put him to up his sleeve. Or?
I'm working on it. I'm going down to Cane Roots where it's going to be held. I'm going to check out in advance, see what they have on the wall, and see if anything strikes me.
No way,
out.
I'm going to train him.
But, for
No, I'm going to train him.
Take a peek at what is on the lineup. Go ahead and go to the website and register, usvilitfest.com. And on that homepage, you'll see the registration button. When you register it, you're going to get more information and all of that. So that I encourage people, even if you're just curious, go to the website, click register, look at the details, and, you'll get more information.
Fantastic.
I'm going to put him through training the next couple of days. Yeah, because, I blind, right? So I can teach him to close his eyes and feel something and create a vision of it in his head.
You're going to get me in trouble, you know. I don't keep my eye open. I mean that not with you. I don't keep my eye.
A different kind of plastic poem.
You know?
What kind of vision people do with eye closed?
Well, anyhow.
Well, you got to learn something.
I agree.
Gerard,
yes,
Gerard,
have
you framed your work of art?
I don't even have it.
Framed my work of art.
No. The gentleman here with me, Gerard. Okay, he is blind, but he did a work of art, and I'm trying to make sure he get it framed so we could display it, because sometimes folks think of art in the context of being sighted, and the ability to be creative is limitless, and that's something that we want to inspire everyone in the process. Okay?
I just did a finger painting of what would have been the last sunrise that I saw, that I physically saw. I mean sunset that I physically saw.
When we finish promoting that, I bet you get an offer for somebody to buy that from you in an amount that we're gonna say, well, if you wanted that bad, take it.
Yeah, go with it. Go with it. I don't need it.
Yeah, but anyhow, ekphrastic poetry, folks. Remember that word, ekphrastic. It's EKPHRASTIC. Yes, the process of being inspired by what one sees or touches or whatever the case may be, depending on the person, because Gerard might come there and they have a sculpture and he uses his fingers to go over that sculpture, and next thing you know, he's like talking in tongues, knocking it out of the park with poetry. All right, I put nothing past him. Okay,
I hear that. I hear that. So all of these things are really. A lot of people use poetry for different things.
That's right.
So just like you're talking about the extempo, some people find it as entertainment and they leave it right there. But it's also therapeutic. It can also be very stimulating for the mind to just process things in a different way than normal. All of that,
Yeah.
But again, we're looking forward to the Lit Fest. I will be coming over from St. Thomas to help out. So I'll be at some of the things on the Friday and the Saturday and the Sunday before we come back over to St. Thomas.
Fantastic.
But I'll check in again with you next week.
Next week? All right.
We'll
Good
share
thing.
some more details.
Good thing. Glad to have you here this morning. And you have a great, fantastic, outstanding, just plain excellent day today.
Thank you so much. You too as well. Take
All
care.
right. Okay then. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right. Good thing. They have a video out there inviting people to the Lit Fest, and among the things in that video is a listing of all the things they should expect to find at the Bush Tea Breakfast Social. Yes, I am obsessed with the Bush Tea Breakfast. The whole program is great. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but that breakfast, it's just like when we go down to the fairgrounds on a Saturday. And when you find somebody there that doing a good old-fashioned breakfast, it's just that difference in pace. That's something different.
If we ever go down there, they're going to chase us over there with a black wattle stick, right? They're going to chase us out of there.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I got to go look for Miss Kid Tough. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good thing. Anybody out there remember Kid Tough, the boxer? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think what she name? Hyacinth or something like that she name. Well, yeah, I gotta call Miss Willie too.
Uh-huh.
Because I sure she probably throwing some what behind me.
Well, they'll be glad to see you. I ain't know so much me, but they'll be glad to see you. Something about you. I gotta make sure I keep you on my side. Okay, so them who don't like me, all of a sudden find me to be acceptable kind. They're wrong. You.
Oh, that's how we go. I didn't know that's how it went.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, it's a good thing that I am committed to running for life. But if I was ever to run into one of these there's two people I gonna have by my side, you and Dobby.
Yeah, Dobby. Dobby for the jingle and me for what?
Huh?
Dobby for the jingle and why for?
How you mean? You are social influence, brother.
Really?
That's right. When people see you coming to the move.
They got to move, otherwise the king gonna hit them.
Yeah, but anyhow, on a most serious, but
Legally, they gotta get out of the way, you know.
I hear that. I hear that. But just as a matter of that, the getting out the way part is ain't no enforcement. The average person out there is sensitive enough to know that they need to make way for you coming through. All right? Good thing, good thing. Yeah, Jared, it is Thursday,
Yep.
the 18th, 19th,
The
20th,
19th.
21st, 20th. I've been counting my Thursday from before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got some things coming in on VI cargo, and they ain't call me. I need to check in with them and make sure everything them there. You know?
You know that thing I picked up the other day, walk-in suite.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, yeah, folks, VI cargo and that type of service by whoever else provides that type of service, the other shippers, is a very useful tool. But something I want to bring to the public's attention, right? Since we have this thing called tariffs, there have been some changes in how things work when you ship in something to the Virgin Islands in that context. But in addition, and it's usually documentation oriented. Right? The challenge is that finding out what documents you need and getting them filled out, sometimes you get caught and they tell you need this form. You want us to fill it out for you, or you're going to do it for yourself? Well, you ain't know how to get the form. You ain't know what you need to fill in and everything else. But when they tell you $95 for them to do the paperwork for you, all of a sudden you're interested in going to school and learning how to do some paperwork, right?
Yeah. Well,
Now, another aspect of it is that also involves paperwork is lithium batteries. Okay, Jared, if you order something that have lithium batteries in it, you got problems. Okay? Simply because it have to be properly documented. Paperwork again. And if you buy let's say a portable vacuum cleaner, a rechargeable vacuum cleaner, and it got lithium ion batteries in it, that vacuum cleaner, you just want your vacuum cleaner, right? But you gotta do paperwork.
question.
And the other thing too in the process again is that if you don't know to do that paperwork, you will pay somebody good money to do that paperwork for you.
Question.
Go ahead.
What they in a phone? What kind of battery they in a phone?
Well, I understand you, Jared.
No, I'm just asking because.
Well, usually lithium ion is kind of like a standard format for rechargeable batteries. You have other formulations and so forth and so on. But when you say batteries, everybody gets frightened because you don't want nothing catching on fire and burning up in a plane or whatever the case may be, or on a boat or anywhere
Like
for
they
that matter.
like they hoverboard.
Right, the hoverboards were notorious for that a little while back. Yeah, so I'm just saying that it's a great service, but folks, when you go to the post office, sometimes they ask you if you fill out your customs, this, that, and it's like, oh my goodness, I just came to drop off something at the post office. What all of this is about? you know, and I'm saying that I'm being humorous about it, but It's real. People find themselves all of a sudden put in that situation that you got to find where's the paperwork and for a while there, well, I don't know if you could get the paperwork in the post office even. It's really, there needs to be an education process. Maybe we need to see if the delegate can put together some people to do a training session on those type of things, because it's just, and I said a delegate because in terms of the federal is the level on which a lot of this stuff is being generated, and the delegate may have resources that can help in that regards as far as educating the public. Because for me, I'm on a knowledge search now, trying to find out what is required. Because when I order something with lithium batteries, like for instance, if I want to get a power pack to be able to charge my phone, on the go, and it got in lithium batteries, or I'm out doing recording and I got something that got lithium batteries to keep the cell phones going to do the recording, and you can't bring that in because it got lithium batteries, or you have to know what paperwork. And some of the shippers, not the shipping company, I mean the people who make the products, some of them, I guess, in between laziness or they caught off guard or whatever, they'll just tell you we don't ship to the Virgin Islands. That's it, because it's too much hassle. We don't ship to the Virgin Islands. This is international. I mean, it gets crazy. All right. The fact of the matter is, you like money or not? What are you in business for? Is it for money or just for the fun of it?
No, they just don't need your money. That's all. That's what they say, no?
Yeah, well.
When they say it can't be shipped to you, I say, oh, well, my money can't go to you either, so we even.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's not personal.
Yeah.
It's business.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, we even. I don't have to buy from you. You don't have to get no money from me. So right. We good. Well, you know, move on to the next one. Then I find somebody selling the same thing that's going to ship to me. Mm-hmm. So I don't stress myself. I'd be like, yeah, they could go kick rocks.
Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Kick rocks. Okay.
What happened? Simple. I mean,
oh my goodness.
I gotta tell you, you know.
Well, you know the kick rocks, man.
I just send a lot of people to go kick rocks. So I don't know if they do, but you know, I'd be like, yeah, you could go kick rocks, man. I mean, I ain't letting nobody get me off my square. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So,
all right.
That's just the way it is.
Well, and while I'm at it, you know, the gardening thing, I just try a little thing in my backyard.
You try a little thing in the backyard?
Mm-hmm. I getting some peppers in.
Uh-huh.
Some seasoned peppers.
Mm.
The eggplant been going.
Mm-hmm.
Get away. Eggplant going strong. I wish everything else would grow as easy and as prolific as the eggplant.
So how good you is, man? 'Cause I got some cannabinoid seeds I need to plant.
Yeah, I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that. No experience in that.
Planting is planting.
Oh yeah, well I have no experience in that. So anyhow.
So wait, you don't help your boy? Hear me now. You don't help your boy?
I've never had the brownies, but that it'd be like if I could plant them to grow brownies, then.
No, it's to help your boy see, man. You want me to see again?
Hey, brother, I want to see you across the table, not to the bars. Okay, all right, but. Yeah, so got seasoned peppers, got the eggplant, got some okra plants growing there, and let me tell you something. I had some okra plants. This guy brought me some okra and got seeds from it. Them okra were about long, so you could see me here showing you how long they were, right? Like 9 inches long. And you know the thing with okra is that if you leave them on the tree like that, they get hard.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to pick them. Well, in particular, this long okra was very resistant to getting hard. So, so not only that, but so when you get them and they're ripe, you get a lot of okra because you get a lot of them on the tree, as well as when you cut them up, because it was so long, you get a lot more than normal.
Mm-hmm.
So I found some of those seeds and I planted them because the person who gave them to me is no longer in this world with us. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Gentleman, a mechanic, and we used to sit down and share a libation and talk and everything else, and he's no longer here. Yeah, so we got the okra coming. I got some ginger growing, and I got a harvest of sweet potato just the other day. Next week when I come in, I'm gonna bring the picture and show it on the stream. Yeah, so I got some sweet potato and working hard. I got some pepper seeds. You know, we get the peppers and we clean out the core and use the pepper itself and take the core and throw it in the trash. The other thing too is I love lemons, I love limes, lemonade, otherwise using them in other aspects. So I got about 5 lemon trees. Actually more than 5. About 15 by the time I repot them all. But I'm going to do a lemon orchard and a lemon and lime orchard that when you think of these nice big lemons
Mm-hmm.
costing 99 cents each or 69 cents each, depending on whether you're the hero or beer. And I'm saying, like, what? If I have a tree and I grow in there, you know what I gonna do? I gonna have all kind of cameras that can do face recognition and everything. I know somebody coming to take my lemon. I gonna be ready for them. I gonna be ready for them. I ain't gonna send them jail, but I gonna bust them out. I got another acquaintance, very good friend who is no longer in this world, and she got some banana tree in her yard. Okay, and she may not be here anymore, but in her yard. Anyhow, and you know that it put out, and you see these things growing, and next thing they gone. Somebody come in the yard walk down, cut the whole thing and gone with it. Right? I say, man, you know, what you need is your little cameras here and there, and you share these things on Facebook and whatever else. These people will be well embarrassed and everything else. Now, yeah, another thing along the same lines, right? You know, the government sometimes invests in these trash cans for parks and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll disappear. Okay? But you know what? One of these days, the government gonna get smart and put some ear tag in them suckers. You want to thief it? Go ahead and thief it. When the police show up to your place and you find yourself well embarrassed as well as paying a significant fine, yes, all right, unlawful taking of government property, then the attitude will change. But we got some brazen folks around. So, remember after the hurricane, some man, woman, whoever they be, when they got thief a generator, the generator that was keeping the AT&T system up,
Mm-hmm.
when got thief the generator, I mean, their selfishness was so stupid. Because then the same one they're going to turn around, oh, I can't even use my cell phone to make a phone call. I mean, some of them brazen, some of them is like, okay.
Stupid. Let's call it what it is. That was foolishness.
Yeah, well, It is what it is. It is what it is. It's about 21 minutes before the hour. The other day I was coming up the road at night, and this truck, a Toyota truck, came up behind me with a high beam on. And once I came up behind me in a way like I was going fast enough for them. And my bumper. All right. Folks, when you do that, you're blinding the person in their car. You sitting in your car trying to drive, and the whole road in front of you light up, and the thing in front you'll light them. It's from the person that they're behind you. Shadow your car, everything light up. Trees light up, everything. When you do that, you're putting yourself in a situation where you could become part of an accident. Why are you going to do that? If the person driving slow for you, relax. This is not Massachusetts or Virginia or Montana, where you got, hundreds of miles to travel or 50 miles to travel to get to your destination. But there's something about folks when they get behind the wheel, I think it's a psychological thing to take over. I gotta get it fast. Oh, you trying to come out and you gotta wait till I pass? Don't even try it. I come in. I dare you come out here and knock my car. I coming through. Just like up there on the bypass, the light red in their face, but they coming through.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but that by the industrial park, they do the same thing there.
Yeah.
Right on that corner.
Yeah.
Oh God. All the time, man. One time the bus coming out of there with me, and I almost get an accident because the person heading west to east bust that light. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Red means stop, y'all. If you see the yellow light, that means to slow down. If you're close enough, you could go under. But the yellow light means slow down because the red is right behind it. Red means stop.
Okay. So, what you gonna be doing down there for the bus to be going down there with you?
Going down there? Going home.
Going home? Home from what?
Going from work.
Lordy be, time so hard. Blind man and all that look work. So what kind of work you don't do? Let's talk about your work, brother.
Don't leave your day job, brother. Do not quit. I'm going to tell you, do not quit your day job.
Hey, Darby could do extempo better than me any day. But anyhow.
I could probably do a better job too.
Oh, yeah? You think you're that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably put Darby.
I'm putting on the gauntlet. We're having a challenge.
I probably could put Darby to shame. But
next week, Thursday, extempo contest.
Oh,
Jared
God.
and Doug.
You want to get locked up, man.
I'm going to bring Darby in so he could be the judge.
You gonna say, okay, dog. He beat you. The blind man bust your tail.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead and brag for now.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing with me, right? I ain't gotta practice,
Hey, folks,
I stay ready,
I'll hear. I throw down the gauntlet.
Next
Thursday is
why wait until next Thursday? Let me start now,
no. It ain't got enough time for the public to recuperate from the pain.
Oh, you ain't got enough time to recuperate from the pain you're gonna get.
Just like how I got to play this weekend and I tell people bang your belly before you go to Caribbean Community Theater. You have to give them some time to prepare.
Well, I stay ready, just leaving that. Okay.
Yeah, but you gotta be considerate. You stay ready, but you gotta take care of these people.
Yeah, Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I mentioned Caribbean Community Theater. The play that went wrong is starting this weekend. Friday and Saturday are the 8 o'clock show, and Sunday is the 4 o'clock matinee, and then the following weekend, the last opportunity to see the play that went wrong. All right. Caribbean Community Theater. Good, fun. Laugh, sniffle a little bit when they hit them kind of spots, so forth and so on. But anyhow, who knows, folks? You might see me there. All right, so that's another reason to come, right?
So, Doug, you asked why I do down there?
Yeah.
Well, VIU said does a lot of things.
Well, tell me.
And like I said, it's VIU said is Virginia's University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities. It's a lot of words, so we use VIU said for short. Under UVI, that's a center under UVI, we do a lot of things. We do assistive technology. We have a program called the I Can Connect program that I mentioned earlier. That is also known as the Deaf Blind Equipment Distribution Program. So if your family member or you yourself have a hearing and vision loss, that program is for you. You can get a free iPhone, iPad, even computer to facilitate distance communication between you and your loved ones. And guess what? It's for free 99. You know that? Free 99. It's for free. Just if you fall under you pass the income guidelines and have those two disabilities, you can get on that program and get your free device. We also do what we call we also have what you call the DME closet, which is Durable Medical Equipment Closet. If, for some reason you end up in an accident, have a broken leg or two, came out of the hospital, you need a walker, a cane, a wheelchair, give us a call, 340-692-4267, and we can facilitate you getting one of those devices for you, short-term loans, and until you can get your device.
Well, what you do there is so important. It's so important because there, but for the grace of the Creator, go any one of us, anytime, having a need for a wheelchair. Now, I set it in the context. I use a wheelchair as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Jared, I've been to the convenience site for the dump there in Peter's Rest. I've been there enough times to see, a non-broken piece of assistive device like a wheelchair, and they just throw it to the dump.
Right.
I'm not talking about something that in bad condition is this or that or the other. Okay?
Mm.
And so we need to change the way we think because you just never know whose life you might be able to touch in a very positive way. Okay? Just by donating that equipment that is in that shape that it can be accepted. Right?
Yes, that's another thing. Once you have, that type of medical equipment, and it's in very good condition, you can donate it to us, and we'll put it to good use. It will be back out through the door to someone who may need it. Who knows, you might bring it in today, and tomorrow somebody come in, and they can be using it tomorrow. So, if you have that type of device at home, and you no longer need it, please don't take it to the dump. You can take it to the dump if it's no good. If it's still is available for good use, just call 340-692-4267. Find out where we are and drop it off. We'll take it in and sanitize it and put it in our closet to distribute it to the next available customer. Another thing that I do over there is, Doug, I train people who are like myself, visually impaired, to use their cell phones, iPads, stuff like that. I also assist seniors if they're having trouble logging into their emails and stuff like that on their phone. You can come, just give me a call, 692 4266. I will assist you in getting your emails activated on your phone, all that stuff, and get you going. You know, we try our best to help the community in any way we can.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, Jared, the technology has brought so much to the world and our community because from simple things like children leave and gone out, let's say to California in some cases, to um, Taiwan or to Japan or Kazakhstan, and these children get married, have children, and granny and grandpa here. Now through technology, they can actually see their grandchildren. They can travel there. They can see their grandchildren
Mm-hmm.
and interact in that way. Now, a person who's visually impaired, in many ways, if they don't get the proper attention in terms of education and work like what you do,
Mm-hmm.
they can, in essence, be cut off
Yeah.
from the social life that they otherwise could have or may have had before becoming visually impaired.
Yeah, but Doug, it's a mindset in some cases.
Yeah, but before we get to the mindset part,
Mhm.
I just want to make sure that those who willing
Mm-hmm.
to help themselves,
Mm-hmm.
that the help is there for them. I know there are those who, like sometimes it's such a depressing thing. Woe is me, and some folks
Yeah.
really just go down that rabbit hole of woe is me, and I am stuck here, and I'm just going to be miserable and everything else. I mean,
Yep.
and some people go through that and they recover, they recuperate, they jump out. In fact, I got one right in front of me here.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Because I used to live a very active life. I mean, when I say active, I mean I was on the go. I was working. I was doing something, and to be honest with you, losing my vision was a bitter pill to swallow. It wasn't easy. But then I said to myself, I say, God have life after this. I got to deal with life after this. So I find my way to deal with life after vision loss. You understand? But what helps though is seeking guidance, through counseling, grief counseling can assist you with dealing with the problem.
Okay. And as you're saying that now, I have not received the call yet from that person you told me about, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna address it, right? Because along the way, in addition to your drive to have life after this tragedy, there are people that you encountered along the way who made a difference for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that context, what is a mobility specialist for the benefit of the public?
Mobility specialist?
Mhm.
Well, it's actually called orientation mobility specialist.
Forgive me,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just putting the right terminology
terminology.
so that they know what I'm talking about, right? It's a person that assists someone like myself to use that thing that you see in my hand all the time, swinging back and forth in front of me. That's called a white cane. Y'all like to call it a stick. Ain't no wood there. Okay, so it's not a stick. There's no wood there. It's a graphite, make out of graphite material, or sometimes they make out of aluminum material. Ain't got no stick there. Just to
The symbolic stick.
I heard some people call it a rod.
Don't knock me with your stick.
Some,
Spare the rod.
some people
I
call
don't
it,
get spoiled. Spare it.
some people call it a rod. They call it a name. No, it's a white cane, or a guide cane. And the reason why it's called a guide cane is because it guides the individual using it as they walk along, right? It protects that person in terms of if there's a drop in front of them, if there's an obstacle in front of them, that cane's supposed to be long enough to hit that obstacle, and you have at least 2 to 3 steps before you encounter that obstacle. So you got a chance to stop or go around and navigate around that obstacle, before you injure yourself. So the orientation and mobility specialist trains you how to use this cane out in the public. Okay, so they train you how to orientate yourself as you walk out your house, to feel where the wind is blowing, to feel where the sun is shining, to use the difference, recognize the difference in the elements as you go outside, to know your directions. For instance, for the time you feel the heat in the morning, you know where the sun will rise, in the east. So if you're facing it, you're facing east. West is in the back of you. North is to the left of you. South is to the right of you. And if you turn it around, east is in the back of you, west is in the front of you, south is to the left, and north is to the right. So you have to learn, keep that mental compass in check,
Right. Well, there's in terms of adjustments, there's this thing called circadian rhythm. Tell me about that, what it means to you.
Circadian rhythm? Never heard that terminology before.
Well, okay, you never heard it that way, but
No.
I use the term. Okay, let me put it this way. If I call you a certain hour, and I'm talking about 10 o'clock, can't go understand you not answer. I ain't gonna reach you,
Right.
okay? Because what you doing?
I sleeping.
Why?
I go into bed.
Yeah, but in terms of your daily rhythm and keeping yourself,
My routines.
not just the routine, but sense of day and night, and when you wake up naturally, and when that type of thing, that it can get out of whack.
Yes, it can.
Because what people like myself can get to take in for granted is we see light, and it has an impact on how your body processes and things like your sleep schedule and so forth and so on.
Yes.
Yeah. And,
Well,
when you visually impaired, if you have no sense of light, it's a different challenge.
Well, it also affects your balance because you have no sense of depth perception. And that's another reason why you use the cane. And as you use the cane, become as comfortable and thing with it, it assists you with your depth perception because this thing is going to be right around by your foot. So as you step in, you're using the cane to keep your footing sure, So, so the cane is basically a sense of security. You understand?
All right. So since I mentioned the circadian rhythm, right? It's a 24-hour internal biological clock that basically regulates essential bodily functions, right? Primarily sleep-wake cycle, hormone release, temperature regulation. This is something that is affected by the fact that you're visually impaired.
Yep.
And can't process light. Okay, so circadian. See, IRCADIAN. So it's like, folks, if you need to get in touch with Gerard, don't be calling the house after 6, 7, 8 o'clock, you know. he don't have his do not disturb on, okay?
Yeah, for sure. But you know, you can call me at 340-692-4266 if you have a need for assistance, you know, with devices or you need a DME or whatever. Just give us a call, 340-692-4266.
I know you are going to do a random act of kindness before we left here today.
And
All right? So
if you're
folks,
feeling like me, just do a random act. Don't worry about it.
I don't know why you just, it's only because
Hey.
I say it, you know. All right? But
Well,
anyhow.
you know, you caught me. You tried to cut me off before I say it, but I catch you. You know, and hear me now. I could see the smile on the engineer face.
Okay. You see why people suing you all the time, claiming that you could sing? Okay. Anyhow, folks, love's in need of love every day, so please share the love. And Creator willing, we'll be back here next Thursday with plenty of love-related baggage to give out. Okay? All right. Good thing.
Peace out.
When we're not talking, you'll hear all your favorite songs, including calypso, jazz, love song, gospel, and those country legends, giving you more music variety. This is AM 970 WSTX.
We now pause for this special announcement from Dr. Hubert Waddy, a board-certified family practitioner and wound care specialist at Agape Wellness Center and Wound Care. Now that the children are back in school, drivers need to be more careful not to drink and drive or use cell phones while driving. Stop for school buses that